One of the main components to life is change. Change is inevitable, often, and necessary to our growth as humans. If you were to look at who you were 5 years ago compared to who you are now, you'd probably be pretty different.
Yeah, listen. Okay, do it again.
And I'm not just talking about you. Yes, you. I see you. Keep up the great work. I'm not just talking about you getting jacked these past 5 years. I'm also talking about the mental growth that you've gone through as well, and hopefully the growing up that you've done as a person. We all experience change no matter our age, and hopefully if we allow it, we can allow that change to affect us in a positive way. And with change, we have to realize that nothing lasts forever. The only thing that really lasts forever is forever. And if forever is forever, does that mean it really exists? And if forever doesn't really exist, does that mean nothing really lasts forever? And if nothing really lasts forever, does that mean we should be happy? And I know what you're thinking is, why should we be happy that nothing lasts forever? That means that, you know, the sun's not always out. That means that good people aren't always in your life, and that means that the good times don't always last. But I challenge you to look at it like this. Imagine you had to eat a bologna sandwich every day for the rest of your life. Or imagine that you couldn't leave a job that you hated. Imagine you couldn't leave relationships that were toxic. Imagine that you couldn't change anything about your life. I challenge you to reassess your perception on this topic. Without bad, there can be no good. In life, there's a balance, a kind of yin-yang that sum up all of our experiences. So I urge you to embrace the bad, because without it, there can be no good. Allow these bad times to fill you with courage and learn from them. With all bad times come the opportunity to learn and take something away from it in a positive way. Bad times give us the opportunity to foster change. So let them do that. So humans are also very stubborn oftentimes and very unwilling to change their situation. And although we might think that we are happy and content in the situation we're in and would be fine for the rest of our days on Earth in the situation we're in, sometimes life kind of speaks for us and forces us to change, a lot of times when we don't want to. However, I've come to realize that it's important to listen to that and allow it to happen. Don't fight that change. Relinquish your control and allow life to kind of take you on the journey. It's important to realize that in a lot of ways you're not in control, and being able to relinquish that control to life and let things ebb and flow is incredibly important to your own spiritual, mental, and physical growth. Don't get caught up in the outcome of the situation that you're in. Don't try and control that. A lot of times, if we close doors that we don't think we want, it leads us to closing doors that might be better suited for us and give us better opportunities. This is something that I'm actively working on myself as of right now. You know, for a long time, I was so focused on where I wasn't and what I was doing with my life and how disappointed I was with myself that I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I ultimately came to the realization that instead of berating myself for where I wasn't, I needed to start enjoying where I was. And that opened up a ton of doors for me to truly grow and get to where I wanted to be. But I came to the realization that these past few years of me not really being where I wanted to be have given me so much life experience. And I've gone through plenty of hardships and made plenty of mistakes that I've learned from that have given me the ability to now fucking climb my own mountains and walk my own path and start my own journey to my success. And without those formative years, I would have never really been ready to do that. So I came to the realization that instead of stressing about where I wasn't, I had to start enjoying where I was. The change in your situation is often subtle, and those small incremental changes lead to massive growth over time. Like in the gym, an extra rep per week on whatever exercise will lead to massive strength gains over the long term. Consistently posting on social media will garner you a community of like-minded people that you can discuss with, kind of like how I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel. And maybe most importantly, giving yourself a compliment or something to that effect every day will allow you to love yourself again. And then one day you'll realize how much you've grown. You'll realize all that you've accomplished and everything you've gone through all of the stress, all of the anxiety, all of the toxic relationships that were a big part of your life are washed away. But you'll also realize that maybe you lost some good friends along the way, and you might have lost a loved one or two as well. You might be eating bologna sandwiches every once in a while, and you might feel sad about that fact, but that's okay, because without that sadness, you would have never known what true happiness feels like. We have to go through those things in order to experience the good ones, and we have to deal with those hardships in order to realize what good feels like and to experience it for ourselves. And then going through those hardships allows us to appreciate all the good times that come. When the good times come, recognize them, embrace them, and cherish them. When the ham and cheese sandwiches come, eat them, because you never know when you're going to have to eat bologna again. And when a loved one comes around, hug them and tell them that you love them. Because as we know, nothing lasts forever. Peace out. Boom. Hey guys. What are you guys doing? Just filming a YouTube video.